Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. So let me show you how to catch such trades that we took. Some of us took on Friday of last week. So this is how this trade went. So we took it from here. We were about to be stopped out. So this is the trade. This is how it started. You can join this channel. It's free here on Telegram. I don't have any mentorship. I just want to trade with people. A new strategy, or basically a summarized SMC. So this is the trade. Every day I wake up and give people the pairs I'm looking for and then filter them based on the checklist you've seen. So this was the trade, how it started, how people are supposed to get in, and then eventually this was my other trade that I took, and this was how the trade was moving, about to be liquidated. And then where is it, how did it go? So eventually it was at this particular point that I did the last recording, the last picturing, so you can join there. Now if you check this checklist, I've summarized it a little bit compared to how I used to have it. I realized that it is too technical for people. When I made the strategy is the same. What is the difference is I've reworded this information so that it can be clearer. Why? Because people ask me so many questions here in the comment section where we chat. You can join also and ask your questions. So people ask me so many questions, so based on those questions I happen to try and understand exactly what they're talking about. This is our discussion group, so you can ask any question. So based on that, I happen to need to, like for example, this guy asked this language of manipulation, alignment, pullback. So they are a little bit technical for them, so I decided to summarize it, since the SMC strategy is supposed to have been summarized so that it doesn't have a lot of analysis paralysis. So that is why a little bit rewarded them to make it easier compared to the previous video. So if you check the previous video, you realize that it has been rewarded a little bit. So this strategy only requires you to be marking daily high and daily low, and then the rest is just observing pure price action. So daily high and daily low is just meant for take profit. And then now you start following this template from the beginning to the end. You get your entry. I've even added other information that are not written here, like the time-based manipulation, so that you pick only quality trades. So I've added that information here. Those ones are some of the rules that are not written. For example, I've not written here that avoid avoid trading a market that is choppy, or a market that is just consolidating or ranging. That one is unwritten rule here. So some of those rules I'll be trying to incorporate them here, or you can join the Telegram and then you'll be seeing them. So this is one of the trades. It is still going because this was on Friday. This was the candle closure. We're expecting it to hit at least a 1 to 5 thereabout, but at this particular point it had already hit a 1 to 3, which is decently a nice profit. But for us, I prefer to take at least a 1 to 4 RR, and currently should be on BE. So that is basically the trade. So let me break it down based on this whole criteria. So now let's clear everything. And then start afresh, so that I can explain to you how the strategy is being plotted using a very few analysis, and then you don't have analysis paralysis, so that you are wondering what are we supposed to be doing. So as you can see, let me replay this. So as you can see on EJ has been on a bullish trend. We just check the few candles, about 5 candles. It should give you direction, and then you ignore the rest so that you avoid analysis paralysis. Now like this is just a bullish trend according to us. This is another bullish trend. This is a bearish trend, bullish trend. So with that in mind, just look at the few candles and know that now we are trending upwards. So when this candle closes downward, that marks the beginning of the checklist, because that is just 4 hours pullback and then sweep of liquidity or IDM. So by the way, people ask me about continuation trade, how you can continue trading this thing. It is same as the trading strategy. It's only that if you want to swing it using continuation strategy, the strategy is the same. The difference is how you look at the 1 hour, how you look at the 1 day. This is the only difference. The rest remain the same. So I'll do a breakdown of the video. It is the next video after this video. This is the only thing that changes, the daily time frame. The rest of the things remain the same, and that is why it is just I trade the same strategy. It's only that I get my biases differently. So this market has been buying. So we get the first thing, trending daily time frame. This is, in this case, a bullish trending daily time frame direction closes in the opposite. This is a daily like this trade that we got here, and I think this trade we caught here, I think I made a video. If I didn't make a video, I'm not sure. This trade here, this whole of the trade here, we caught it here. I took some 1 to 6 thereabout. I took 1 to 6. I don't know if I recorded that video, so I don't know if I recorded that video. So let me just confirm if I recorded that video, or let me just show you. Yeah, this is the trade. Caught it right from the top, from the bottom here, and then we rode it all the way to this particular point. So that was the trade. This particular point, you can see this is a close downward. That is the close downward, and then now we start marking the checklist to get this trade to close here. So again, the same thing is happening. So you can look for daily time frame. That is number 1 checked. So when that is checked, now we marked our daily high, this and daily high and daily low, and that should be our TP. We should be trading to take this high, because that is how market move. When market takes this high, the next high is this, the next target is this, the next target is this, in that order until it will change direction. And then when it starts changing direction, we equally change direction with it, so that we are always in order, in flow state with the daily time frame, or with the higher time frame generally. And then we don't have a lot of analysis paralysis, where 4 hours is telling you to buy while daily is telling you to sell, while it has reached it has not reached extreme POI. You are still on you are not sure to take it if it is on a decisional point of interest. So those ones are why I summarize this strategy, to make it easy for people to understand. And this is just a summarize the SMC, so that you don't have a lot of analysis paralysis, and all those other SMC concepts and ICT concepts, most of them are already inculcated here, like power of 3, all of them are already here. Those POIs have already been inculcated here. Like for example, if you're talking about ICT, so this should be in buy side liquidity taken, and then the market drop. Now we are dealing with sell side liquidity, because it is this particular candle's low that pushed to break our structure above here. Now it has been liquidated, and we are supposed to be looking for buys. So why should you stress your brain with such knowledge when this thing is already summarized for you, and you don't need analysis paralysis? At the same time, this is IDM taken. This is the first IDM. This is engineered liquidity. So everything has already been inculcated in this thing. At the same time, FIB is already inculcated in this strategy. So as you can see, the market moved from this point to this point, because this is a valid pullback. Then I move forward. So if this is the leg, you can see we are buying exactly at we are buying at exactly discounted zone. So we are buying at exactly discounted zone. So we just don't sell, we buy at discounted zone. So everything is already calculated. All the SMCs are already calculated in this particular strategy. So your goal is just to plot it correctly based on the daily time frame and then observe the checklist so that you're not liquidated. Or if you get liquidated, you just go again. Now, so we've marked daily high and daily low. So this is what we'll be targeting, like what happened here and everything. So this was our trade, and we took this to this high. Now we are taking this to this high and then a continuation until we are wrong. So the checklist should be able to prevent us from getting so many stop losses. So first 4 hour aligned and closed in overall direction, which is high probability. If it closes in overall direction, like in this case we are bullish, if 4 hours takes the high of this, it has started aligning, because as you can see what was happening here, 4 hours takes the high of this, this takes the high of this, this takes the high of this, then eventually we have a pullback, and then this high takes, because the direction is bullish, so these are temporary, then this takes the high of this, then this is the last high. Now you can see when its low was taken, now low started being taken, low started being taken. At this particular point we are having a doji one. So if you start seeing a doji one, this is an IFC candle, institutional funded candle. It means they are playing around, no orders are being placed, they are accumulating. So basically this is where now the power of 3 is coming in. So we are waiting for accumulation, and then we see some manipulation. Manipulation is not important to us. What is important is we get a push up here, which is basically initiation, and then we wait for mitigation and then continuation. So that is RIMC or AMD circle. So this should be our manipulation, or if it takes this low, this should be our manipulation, but those ones are not important. What is important is we get the first 4 hour alignment. If 4 hour align, it means that manipulation is almost over in higher time frame, in this case 4 hours. So we will only be looking for manipulation, or basically pullback, something like this from this point. This is the open, so this is manipulation, pullback. So some people will think that now market is about to buy, yet it has started breaking structure downward. For every closure of 4 hours there is a pullback. So that pullback is what is called manipulation. So we wait and see. So as you can see, this 4 hour has taken, this 4 hours has taken the high of this. So that is the first alignment. But like I said, if it closes in overall direction, that is high probability HP. In this case, it's low probability as much as it has closed above. The ideal thing was to close bullish, green like this. That means that the momentum is very high. Now to validate that the momentum is very high, so that the next candle can sustain this move, we need to see it second align. Now that second alignment, we don't just want it. You can get it in any, you just wait and get second alignment within the 4 hours, but preferably the second alignment should be, like in this case, to prove to us that this is just a pullback and this 4 hours there is momentum to the bullish side. We need it to align within the first 1 hour, second alignment in the first 1 hour of the new 4 hour candle. The new 4 hour candle is about to start printing, so we need it to take the high of this within the first hour, so that we can know that buy pressure is there and that momentum is kicking in. So you can check in 1 hour, or you can check in 30 minutes, provided that the 1 hour, within 1 hour this high should have been taken. So if this high is taken, it means that this is the correct direction, and whatever will be happening down this side is just pull back. But if it starts, in most occasions, if market starts by, it starts by showing you direction. So like in this case, if we started by taking this direction, sorry, if we started by taking this direction first, so this becomes pullback. That is how market moves. It first of all shows direction, and then it now moves. Sorry for that, I don't know what is happening to my voice. So basically it should So you start by taking this high, then now start to manipulate and pull down, then we hedge upwards. So that is why I prefer to see it in the first 1 hour, then I know it won't disturb, the momentum is there. But if it takes it in the second, third hour, it may work, yes, but that is now not an A plus setup, and that becomes an A setup. So that is ideal if you're only trading some few pairs, but in this case I have so many pairs to look at, and then these rules are very stringent, so it can dismiss. Like in my case, I have so many pairs to look at in a day, so I need to dismiss them. But if you're looking at few pairs, like you can see, these were a lot of pairs, like including these EJ buys. So that is why I quickly dismiss them using this checklist. So 1 hour, you can see immediately takes this. It means the momentum has kicked in. So we are having a range initiation. So we are expecting a mitigation and then continuation. That is not important. That is why I learned SMC, so that I can summarize it for you. Now at this particular point, if you are a swing trader and you are tired of, you don't want to go below time frame, you can equally take it here, stop loss just below this. So like in this is few, you can give it 2 pip stop loss below and take it there. So you can maybe target a 1 to 3, because swing traders, personally I wouldn't do this, because this market has been buying and I'm very sure at some point we are going to have correction. So I would only do this if we are getting it from the bottom. Like in this case, let me just show you before I finish up. I can take it if we are trading here. If I'm taking it from this point, then I know that this has been selling, so we need to take some into, like we need to pull back 50%. So maybe I'll be looking to take it to the 75 zone, somewhere here. So that is why I'm able to take it here, and even if I take 30 pip stop loss, I have a continuation strategy too. The difference is the daily, how you look at the daily time frame. So this is 40 pip stop loss. You can see, even if this is 40 pip stop loss and I take it to 75, I still get a 1 to 8. So at this particular point, it's just ridiculous to expect that this market is not going to pull back down before it can continue if it is on a buy trajectory. So that is why we bring in only the intraday part of the strategy. We don't bring the swing. Another option of swinging was to bring it from this particular point and see if you can push it forward. But the best way is always at the start of after a very heavy pullback, then you start it from this particular, after 2 candle closure, then everything remains the same. After every 2 candle closure in your direction, it means the market has changed character in 4 hours, and therefore you need just to push forward with it. And even if you are planning to take this, you can see it took it before it pulled back. Same to here, the market was buying, and then the momentum kicked into these 2 candles. This changed character in 4 hours and the other time frame like 1 hour. So you, on the third day, you look for sales to push the market downward. So maybe you stopped at break even. So you again continue after these 2 hours. After these 2 candles close, it means now it is back again to break of structure. So this is now continuation. So you get in this particular point and then you ride it here. Maybe your goal was to take it to the low. So this is the day you get in. Maybe let's say you took a 40 pip stop loss, 40 pip stop loss. So you can see still you got a good decent move. My target is always a 1 to 6. I like 1 to 6, but sometimes I go overboard, of course, maybe 1 to 10. You can see you still got your move. So when you understand daily time frame movement, you will always be with the weekly time frame. So let's proceed and finish up. So we are on the 1 hour. So 1 hour has already aligned. We don't need 1 hour, but I'm saying that it needs to align within 1 hour. So you can just be dealing on 30 minutes, but just for multi time frame, we have limited it to 1 hour so that it doesn't disturb us. It shows that the momentum is there so that we will not be disturbed a lot. So that is second alignment in the first 1 hour of the new 4 hours candle. So at this particular point we are not taking immediate entry, so we go to 30 minutes and try and get a smaller stop loss. So as you can see, the high of this has been taken, so we don't need that. We are very sure that 4 hours has already taken the high of this, the new 4 hours that is currently printing. So now we go to the step 4, which is at least 2 candles of 30 minutes pullback. So people are asking me, I was talking about manipulations on 30 minutes, V-shape aggressive manipulation, but people don't understand me, so I summarized it into at least 2 candles of 30 minutes pullback. So personally, I can even take it with 1 candle provided it is very big, but I don't recommend that. If the 1 candle is very big like this and that closes on the bullish side, on the bearish side, to me that is just manipulation and I can take it. The problem is that for clarity purposes, just stick to 2 candles, at least 2 candles of 30 minutes pullback. So it can be, this can be 30 minutes by the way. Let's say that this was the 30 minutes of the first 4 hours, so it can be 30 minutes. So the next one would be a pullback. Let's say it's a pullback and then another pullback. So within 1 hour 30 minutes you've already seen a shift, a takeover, a second alignment, and then a bullish, a bearish pullback. So with that too, now you'll just be waiting for this particular entry, which is now we enter when high or low of the first 30 minutes full body closure is taken in your direction. So we need to see another bullish candle like this, but now for even more precision entry, when the market is very ready to move with you, like in this case, I wanted to see what happened here. This market, this closed bullish. Now we don't, if you want to get now even a more precision entry, these ones are the unwritten rules that I don't necessarily write here, but I felt like now including it in this particular update. So you can take it when this high is taken, because there is possibility that it can close this bullish and then immediately start moving. As you can see, for every time frame closure there is always manipulation. So you can see that after this closure, after this candle closure, there was this week is a manipulation. Now immediately this candle close, this is what we mean by 30 minutes full body closure, or this one, provided it is on your direction. This is full body closure. Now that is an example, sorry. So immediately this closes, you can just fail to enter and wait, maybe go to lower time frame like 5 minutes and wait to see this being taken. If this high is being taken, then you enter on this pullback. So that is what we did. That is what I shared yesterday. Sorry, that is what I said on Friday. So let's wait for pullback. We are now waiting for at least 2 pullback, because 4 hours has already aligned by taking the high of the previous 4 hours, which is at this particular point. So let's see. So that we see a push down, that is first close down, second close down, so we are good to go. But this is not aggressive. Preferably I like a manipulative aggressive reaction like this one. You can see this one closed and then this one closed. So at this particular point, now we get at least a reasonable, but the problem is being wicked out. But there's no problem, at least 2 have closed. Now you can see again we have now a closure. It means now the mitigation is over. Now if you check even on SMC strategies, SMC strategy, you can see that the market pulled down. The market pulled down, then pushed up. So you can see the market is now on a buy trend, and then we have an IDM takeover and now a change of character now. So with this in mind, now we are good to get an entry, because we have seen 2 pullbacks. Now at the same time, we enter when high or low of the first 30 minutes full body closure is taken in your direction. So you don't wait for it to be taken and close. Let me get that clear. I'll be repeating most of the time because I know some of you will be asking, now we wait for 30 minutes to close. No, this is the entry. We are now just supposed to enter, by the way, like this, without looking at other part of the entry. Maybe you can give it reasonable stop loss. So this is the actual stop loss, but to avoid being weak, you can always add some few pips. Like in this case, I think we gave 20.1, some 20.1 thereabout. So just to cover this imbalance, which is already tapped. But you never know, the market will just be market. It can weak you over, and then it will go your direction. So just give it, just don't become so greedy. So that is 1 to 5, just some more point something on top. So we've seen that. So to avoid that, to avoid this closure and then now another liquidation, we wait for the high to be taken. So within when 30 minutes is printing, you will be seeing movement. So when you see that movement, just go on market execution. So as you can see, market wicked the high, which means confirm the entry, and even close downward for you to enter. If you are late, you can even enter there if you are late on the entry. So you don't, from that point, what you are expecting is the market to, the 4 hour has this movement, this push to keep pushing upward, because you are on the 4 hour direction. So you just need 2 to 3 4 hours, two candles of 4 hours to push this thing upward, or the time it is willing to take. So as you can see, the market now started pulling down again. This was just unfortunate, so we wait. As you can see, it's nearly wicked people out, but then we get another closure upward. So if at all you are not convinced of this pullback, you can still take this one when this high is closed. Or if I was wicked out with a tight SL, I would have re-entered here when this is taken. So I would have re-entered here. So I would assume that I don't need to know, you don't need to know this, but I'll just know that this is just a liquidation. Now when this high is taken, maybe I would go to 5 minutes and see if this high is taken, or even 1 minute. Provided this high has been taken, I am in again. Or I just know that when I see the candle being taken, so in this case we can just have the same stop loss, but you can see now it is a blessing in this guys. If you are wicked out, this would become a blessing in this case. Now you can have 16.5 stop loss, and then that is what happens, by the way, in most occasions. If I'm wicked out, I get very good entry. So you can see this would have given me a 1 to 6, very nice, 1 to 6. So now we can start by seeing the movement, and then now the movement now started moving like that. Then news came, that was news, and then now at this particular point the market should have hit almost a 1 to 4. So you can close, or you can just have a hardcore stop loss, but this is Friday, so I wouldn't hold up to this particular level. Now why am I saying so? It's because personally I didn't take this trade. So this is where the market is now. I was a little bit stupid. That is it. People make mistake. Even the owner of the strategy makes a mistake. Why? Because I was spoiled for choice. You can see 9. So I was very and then it is the first trade to pass all the criteria. So I was willing to be a little bit patient. Why? Because I only take 2 out of this. I will only take 2. Even if they were to give me all the entries, I would only take 2. So that is why I didn't take it. And then personally I took this one. You can see I took this one here, moved aggressively, and then now news messed me up. Now the rest of other pairs shared, like you can see, this is another one which is AUD USD sells. So news messed it up. So eventually we had so many trades and the news messed it up. This one was news, broke me even. This was another news, New Zealand dollar, news messed it up. There was another AUD, messed it up. Then we have this trade that did well of all of the list provided. So let's meet in the next one.